What it is, man?
What's up, baby?
How you doing?
I'm good, brother. I can't complain at all.
Welcome to Your TV, man. What we doing, we're interviewing business owners.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll give the youth a second path choice, or if they have bread, they'll know where to invest their paper into. You get what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Can you give me a little bit about your background, where you from, and all that good stuff?
Oh, man, I'm from right here, born and raised, and still resides in Greenville, North Carolina.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a project, you know what I'm saying, the south side of Greenville called Kennedy Park. Everybody know it as KP.
KP, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ended up, everybody got their stages they go through as a youth, where they dip and dabble in the streets every now and then. And I found basketball. You know what I'm saying? Ended up being a hooping star over at Rose High. And I tore my knee up. I almost lost my leg. I had 12 surgeries.
Word.
My heart, my knee. You know what I'm saying? I made a 1200 SAT, but I only had a 1.9 GPA, so I didn't qualify for D1. So all Division I schools took the scholarships back, so I ended up having to go to JUCO route. I went to California for about 6 months. I hated it. I came back, and I ended up going to Central. When I got to Central, I got sick again with the same knee. I had something called staph infection, where like this infection was taking over my body, and in order for me to live, they was gonna have to cut my leg off. You know what I'm saying? So they ended up saving my leg, saved my life. Took out a lawsuit against, you know what I'm saying, some people, and I lost. And then when I lost, I remember I got really depressed. I don't talk about it a lot, but I was suicidal. Deep depression, anxiety attacks. I didn't know who I was. For the first time I didn't play basketball. I had no idea what my identity was. And just got caught in a dark place, man. I took a fashion course at Central. And I used to have to slip the teacher, you know what I'm saying? I had these notes from my psychiatrist that I could slip the teacher so I could leave class. Whenever I had crying spells and anxiety attacks, I used to slip it to her all the time. And then one day I slipped it to her, she wouldn't let me leave. Okay. She followed me in the hall, canceled class. She noticed I be chilling all the time. And she was like, yo, son, you know that if you sell one t-shirt in every major city in America a day, you'll make a profit, right? I'm like, what you mean? And I write poetry. So I started letting her see my poetry. And I had this poem called Havknot. Came home on the weekend, and I called her with my homeboys. And I was like, yo, the coach called me. He was like, yo, I'm back on the team. He was like, okay, that's what's up. I said, but I'm about to quit school. He was like, what you mean? You on the team? I'm like, bro, it ain't for me. I want to start this clothing line. Me and my homeboy, we about to fight and everything. He was upset. I ended up just leaving school, man, coming back home, starting a clothing line and a car wash. Gotcha. I think my first t-shirt I made, I just posted about the other day. I just bought a white t-shirt from a corner store, put some newspaper in it, so it went so the paint, some fabric paint, took a straw, just started doing like this, dried it, you know what I'm saying? And here we are 10 years later with a website, a lot of other stuff going on, you know what I'm saying?
Can you tell me about the business that you own?
I mean, I dip and dabble in a few things, you know what I'm saying? I do event planning, major event planning, you know, I might do major parties, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we dip and dabble in concerts. I got these things, I got these focus group parties where they're a little bit pricey, but they're only for a certain type of people, like lit and paint. I got something with kids. I write books. Got a cologne line, got a clothing line. You know what I'm saying? And my baby right now, if I'm trying to open up a coffee, I don't say trying. I'm about to open up a coffee shop called Cool Beans Coffee Bar. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to have a bunch of different incomes in case one thing is slow, something else picks up.
That's right.
Or either you use one thing to finance something else.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So right now, the clothing line and some of the parties are actually giving me capital to travel and learn coffee. So I open a coffee shop. So yeah, the main thing is probably the coffee shop, man.
Okay. I see you doing work in the community as well.
Yeah.
Tell me about the live that you was on earlier today. That was dope.
Oh man, the live. Shout out to Joe Loco, man, Brian. I'm from the South Side. You know what I'm saying? So a little while ago, we just talking about. I've been giving back for quite some time, even before it became cool. I just felt like it was my duty. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like breathing. But probably about a week ago, homeboy, cat I know, Joey puts up a status about how he wanted to bring all the hoods together, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, well, you're a West Side dude, like. It's gonna be tough for him, you know what I'm saying? Because Greenville is so territorial. And I commented on it, I'm like, okay, I'm about to put myself out there. You know what I'm saying? Certain people ain't gonna really feel how two different sides of town rocking. I said, Joe, I'm proud of you. I would love to be a part of it. He didn't even see it. He never saw it. So I think I woke up like Monday morning, it's like a couple inboxes. And it was like, yo, where you at? And I'm like, yo, you like, it's still West Side, South Side, you still got that same mentality. I'm like, nothing chilling, I'm on my way to a meeting. He was like, well, I need you to come to Epps gym. I went by there, man, we chopped it up, man, and the dude was just trying to do some beautiful stuff. It's basically trying to reestablish empowerment, education, unity, and positivity in the community. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get these young boys to understand that, you know, their gangster will make a room small for them, but their talent and their education will make a room big for them. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to teach them how to start businesses, teach them, you know what I'm saying, something simple as, pull your pants up. Certain places will allow you in there. So we just basically trying to reprogram and rebrand the hood so that it's, you know what I'm saying, it's a little bit more unified, a little bit more of a positive place. So that's what we just trying to do, just trying to encourage and change the youth so that we can get going, everybody can get flowing in a good direction. You know what I'm saying? Because right now everything is uphill. You know what I'm saying? If we can get it flowing to where, we lifting each other up, carrying each other up, making money together, starting businesses together, trainings, all that stuff, we can get our communities back. And when I say communities back, we can become self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? We can get our corner stores. We can sell cell phones to each other. We can have clothing stores. We can have car lots. We can have restaurants. And that's what we're trying to do. Just, like I said, reprogram and rebrand the hood. That's basically what it is. And I mean, shouts out to him for letting me be a part of it.
Being that I know you on this positive wave and stuff, I'm sure you've had hardships.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you faced that was tough for you trying to bring the community together, trying to throw in an event? What were some hard things that you faced?
I think the hardest shit, bro, I can curse a little bit.
You good, bro?
Okay, all right, cool. I don't curse a lot, but when I get passionate, every now and then it slips. I think the hardest thing is ignoring the noise.
Yeah.
Knowing that, you're knowing that you're at this level and you could lose it all by responding to something. You could lose it all by saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing. Okay. So having to control your temperament and ignore the hate without having to acknowledge it. Right. So I try not to. A hater only know he exists when you acknowledge him and let him know you get to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And sometimes these people, I don't even like to talk about haters, but sometimes because they don't take the time out to understand you. So what they do is they judge you of what you think is a win, and they don't even know your testimony. Yeah. Like how you feel I don't deserve this when you don't know the losses that I took to get this. Somebody might look at the party and say, oh man, there was 1,000 people there, bro, they made thousands. Well, shucks, I probably had 2 parties before that where nobody came out and lost thousands. Yeah. So now we just balanced out. Like, they don't look at stuff like that. And on top of that, when you're popular, everybody thinks they know you. And the whole while, sometimes you just kind of want to be just like low key, just like, I don't want to be popular today. Like, I just want to be a regular person. I want to go on Facebook rants. I want to tell somebody, do it, but you don't want to lose the respect of the people you need respect from, trying to gain respect of people that's trying to tear you down. So I think the hardest part, bro, is ignoring the noise of hate and just staying motivated and knowing that kind of like what Nipsey was saying. I think a lot of people don't understand the whole message behind Nipsey brand, which is a marathon. I think people, it got so sexy, people ignored that one word that he chose to just rock with, marathon, which is like, your race is slow and steady. Sometimes you can rush it. Social media have you comparing your efforts and your progress to somebody else. Yeah. And it's like, I ain't got my Bentley yet. Yeah. But bro, you gotta challenge it though. Yeah. So I had to learn to appreciate my own progress without having to always compare it to, other people and stuff like that. So that's probably the main 2 things, but staying motivated, just staying grounded. We're not trying to rush everything.
What would you tell the youth right now, man, as far as starting their business? What would be some tips you would give them?
Man, the first thing I would tell them, straight up and down, a lot of people, a lot of the youth now, I think the first mistake they make, bro, is that they're so in a rush to call themselves a boss. Yeah. In a rush to call themselves CEO, and some of them don't even know that CEO stands for Chief Executive Officer. Yeah. It's CEO just the decision maker. He ain't always the money guy. He's just the best at making decisions. A lot of them don't know
CEO of a company and a president.
President of a company. You know what I'm saying? You got a CFO, which is the Chief Financial Officer. You got so many things, right? Protect your first brand. Your first brand is your first and last name. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Invest in that first. Invest in your character. Invest in getting your credit right, and not just credit right according to your credit score, but your credit right as far as the community believing in you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That means I had to go back and regroup, and how I treated women. You know what I'm saying? I gave up drinking alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I gave up doing a lot of things because I had to protect my first brand. My first brand was my first and last name. So that's what I would say first. Don't be so in a rush to be a boss, because even when you're a boss, like I don't use that word, right? But I look at myself as I still work for myself. I'm the production company. I produce my clothes. I deliver my clothes. I design my clothes. I market my clothes. I make some money. I give myself a little bit, and then the rest of it belongs to the company.